Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2015 with Rudeman. And this is Oklahoma. I'm starting it up. I'm starting a new game. I toured this game, this map, a little bit ago, last week, before I left on my to my father's memorial. I'm back now. I've been gone about a week. And I decided I kind of like this map and I want to know a little bit more about it. The initial tour I took was basically just a drive around, look around tour. And I thought I'd play it a little bit, and I figured, well, I might as well record what I'm doing. And maybe you'll enjoy it, maybe you won't enjoy it, but we'll find out. I want to see if it's any good. It looked like a good map to me. It looked like something I'd enjoy playing. Okay, let's see here. First of all, let's go down and take a look at the equipment. You get $6,000. You get 2 combines, a pick-em-up truck, a truck and a grain trailer, and I think that's it. So, first of all, let's grab one of these, and I think the first field we have, let's take a look, but I think the first field we have is corn. So, let's see here. We want to go to this. And there's the growth pattern. I believe this is the farm. The first field here is ours. It's ready to harvest. It is wheat? No, that can't be right. I thought we had corn on that. Well, you know that farm, that field I'm looking at may not be ours. Let's go take a look. We own 2 and 3. And what else? Let's take a look and see what else we might own. Let's see here. Field management. We own 1, 2, and 3. 1 is there, 2 and 3. And I think that's it. We own 1, 2, and 3. So why is he creeping? All right, who's been messing around with my controls? All right, so let's go out and take a look. Let's shut him down, and we'll go out and take a look. At the fields and see what we've got. Okay, so field number 1 is this one, and it is corn. So, all right, that's what I thought. Let's go ahead and get started with that. See if we can get this guy hooked up here. I've been gone too long. Wheel on my steering wheel is really tight, and I don't remember doing that. So let's spread this, and then we'll open that. I guess it doesn't matter which side of the field we start on, so I'll start down in this corner. This might be my weekend map. We'll see how it goes. Alright, this corner's a little rounded off, so I think what I'll do is come in here and just kind of manually start this process here. Get a little bit of a lag here. I don't know where that's coming from. But let's go into some auto wash here. Let's see, it's all set to go, so we'll just let her go. And let's go fetch the other rig. Yeah, it was quite the trip. It's a long drive. It's about it took me about 10 hours each way, 10 hours to get there, 10 hours to get home. You know, it was good times, sad times, happy times. I have a big family. Growing up, there were 12 of us in my household. That wasn't all of us. There were 16 of us altogether. But some of my siblings were older, and I really didn't know them. They weren't at home. And my mother had children before she met and married my dad, and those were her children. So we had a big family. So when we get together, there's a lot to do, a lot to say, a lot to see, a lot to hear. And it can be quite exhausting. So I'm pretty tired, and you can probably tell it in my voice. I didn't mean to do that. Stop. I meant to open this up and open this up. That's what I meant to do. Yes, I'm kind of tuckered, tired out, and you can probably tell it. That's kind of why I decided to play this map, because I'm just going to leisurely cut this corn. That's all I'm going to do. And today is Friday. Let's see, what is today? Friday the 17th is 2 days after my birthday. My birthday was Wednesday, June 15th. Uh-oh, trouble. The guy's full already, so we need to get our rig going here. So I spent my birthday driving home. Long drive. Which is kind of funny, because last Thursday when we drove up there was our wedding anniversary. So I spent our wedding anniversary driving up there, and my birthday driving home. But I've had plenty of birthdays. No big deal. As long as I get a piece of cake, I'm a happy camper. And I actually had my daughter brought me last night for a kind of belated birthday. An apple pie. Oh my God, it was good. And my favorite is angel food cake. I like angel food cake. I like some cakes and stuff, but the reason I like angel food cake is I like to use it to make strawberry shortcake. You can make shortcake, you can buy those little cups and stuff, but I like angel food cake, and so I use it to make strawberry shortcake. That's just me. Let's see, let's put this guy in group 4. Well, we'll put it in group 3. Man, that combine caught up fast. Let's stop him for a minute. And actually, we'll run him over to the truck. And let's put him in group 2, and we'll take the other one and put it in group 2. That's the extent of our equipment, except for the pick-em-up truck. And we'll put him in number 1. We're number 1. This pickup truck's kind of worthless because I can't do anything with it. So I'll be trading this in for one that I can do fuel and fertilizer and seeding with. A utility truck. Alright, so this guy's back. We can put him back to work. Alright, we'll do a little bit of a quick manual here. And then we'll let him go to work. There you go. Take care, buddy. Let's grab our truck here and head back to the barn with some corn. He's only got 40%, but I got nothing else to do, right? About the time I get there, no reason I want to do this because I don't know where to dump it, so. Let's see where that is. I got some pictures to show you. Our reunion was up in Elmira, Washington. Elmira, Washington's right in the center of Washington State. And from Wenatchee to Spokane, you have to look at a map if you want to know what I'm talking about, but it's pretty much nothing but wheat country, farming country. And I've got pictures to show you just in the area I was at. As far as the eye can see, is nothing but grain fields. So, you know, I used to work up there in the grain, and when I was a Ute. As a matter of fact, I found a picture of a rig that is similar to what I used to run. At one point, I worked for a guy that had an old family farm, and they were traditionalists. They didn't throw anything away that could still be used, even if it was only held together by baling wire and spit. And they had an old combine that you pulled with a Caterpillar tractor. In this case, it was a D6. Now, the picture that I found is similar to the equipment that he had, was pulled with a D4 cat. Anyway, I went to get a job. I wanted to drive a truck in the wheat country, in wheat harvest, and they didn't need a truck driver. They needed a cat driver. So I drove this cat and pulled this combine. Dirty job. No cabs. And any cabs on them. You're just open to the elements. Sunshine, dirt, and everything else. I'd get home at night from a day's work. And a day's work was first light. I mean, barely could see the hand in front of you light. And the same thing at night. Barely see the hand in front of you dark. We had long days. So I'd drag my butt in off the field, and it would take 3 showers to get all the dust and dirt off me. Thank God I tan easy. Look at this golden corn. Isn't that sweet? Actually, it's not sweet corn. Sweet corn doesn't look like that. This looks like feed corn. Sweet corn is green. The stalks are green. The corn is golden, but the stalks don't look like that. The stalks are green. Catch up to this guy. These guys are filling up pretty darn quick. I make a little bit of money. I'm going to have to buy some different rigs out here. Am I getting anything? There you go. Oh, he's going to stop for me. Isn't that sweet? Somebody commented that there's a new Superman mod. I might have to look at it. I'm a little sour on Superman trucks. They didn't ever work for me as well as some of the other rigs. Try to get this guy empty so he can get away from that guy over there. I could fix this. these fields are kind of, well, no, not really. This isn't a rectangular field. Keep this guy going for a while till he gets ahead a little bit. Back in the day when I worked the wheat fields, grain fields, we didn't use truck and trailers like this. We used dump trucks. I've got a mod here someplace. Let's see. I don't know if I have it in this one. I might not. I don't. It's just a dump truck, and that's what we used in the wheat country, or during the wheat harvest back in the day. %69 full here, so I'm going to wait till he turns the corner. Now this is I don't know, kind of an L shape. Not really. It's got a little bit of a jog up there. Pretty close to the fence, too. I wonder if these fences have collision on them. Let me see. Now, basically, this map... Oh. Look at that. Fence is just for looks. How about the posts, though? Oh, posts and everything. Wow. Thank you, Mod Maker. Not necessary, but we could have worked around it. Not necessary, but helpful. Yeah, I just want to putter around a little bit. I'm playing this farm a little bit different in the respect that I wanted to just play this farm for fun, and I wasn't going to record it. And I just decided, like I did do usually, if I'm going to play it, why not record it? So I'm going to kind of play it. Well, I'm gonna play it a little bit quieter, a little bit slower, a little bit more relaxed, because that's what my intent was just to play this map on my own and have a little bit of fun farming, if you will. And it may change. That may change. I may end up having 15 combines going and 15 trucks and trailers and all that kind of stuff. We'll see what happens. I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't done a course play route yet. Here I am. I've been playing for, 10 minutes, and I haven't made a course play route yet. That's unusual. All right, let's go dump this. Usually, I'll get on a map. The first thing I do is make a half a dozen course play routes. All right. Yeah, I'm going to sell this stuff right away because I don't have any money and I want to exchange equipment, buy new equipment, do whatever. Also, I want to find out about the horses on this map, how that works out. I think that's a deal here. Let me see. Let's see what we've got. All right, so you got the wheat, the barley, the canola, the corn, the potatoes. Oh, I saw some canola up in Elmira when I was there. It was amazing to see the wheat and the grain from day to day. When I first got there, one field was pretty green. You know, the grain, the wheat, the barley, whatever it was. There were many fields, as I said, fields as far as you could see. There was canola, there was barley, there was wheat. But you keep looking, and it was green. The next day, it was a little bit yellow. You could see a little bit of gold in it. The next day, a little bit more gold. And so I was there about a week, and by the time I left, it was getting pretty golden. Pretty amazing to watch it like that. You've got your potatoes, your sugar beets, your wood chips, your oats, and your rye, your sorghum, your soybean, your sunflowers, and your clover, and alfalfa. Pigs, young pigs. Beef, young beef. Fattened chickens, young fattened chickens. Horses, young horses, and silage. This map does not have any logging on it or biogas. There's no biogas on this. So I'll be probably doing clover and alfalfa to make some hay. So let's run back around, keep these combines going. They've waited long enough. Let's see, what do we have in crops here? This is straw. Where's... All right, well, I'll have to find it. There may be one of these for the grain too. We'll find it. I've been looking at so many maps lately, I don't remember what's on each one, but we'll figure it out. I gotta hurry. This other combine's gonna catch up to the second one if I'm not careful. Yeah, let me run around and get this other one. Try not to keep them too close together. Yeah, I didn't take a lot of pictures. I just kind of want to take a few pictures in between as we were driving around from town to town of some fields, some old equipment. I found some old equipment out in the fields and such. Took a couple pictures of that. They have a combine derby every year, and it was actually going on while I was there. But of course, I was busy with family, so I didn't get to go check it out. But that would be fun. I guess they're just waiting for the fields to ripen, so they have a combine derby while they're waiting. All right, I'll run around and get this other guy, and then we'll go take a look at a few pictures I took. I got to make some money because I don't have any equipment. I don't have, as far as I know, I don't have seeders. I don't have fertilizers. I don't have cultivators. I need some tractors. I don't have any tractors. Now the thing is, oh, you know what I need to do? I need to go make sure that withering's turned off, because if you look at the map, which I'm not doing, but let's run over to it. All right, let's look at this map. All these, well, that's not going to do anything good. All these fields have something on them, and in different stages of being harvestable. You notice that big 13 is halfway between light green and dark green. These aren't green at all, but most of them have some form of crop on them, as you see. Now, of course, I don't own any of those, but I don't want them to spoil either. So I need to make sure that I go and turn withering off, which maybe I'll do right now. If I haven't already, yes, I'm going to turn that off because I don't want those to spoil. So I'm going to save it here. Yeah, sometimes I forget to do that. Okay, while this is loading, let's go take a look at those pictures I was telling you about. Okay, so we're just driving down a country road. Wanted to take these first few pictures just to show you everywhere you look, there's some form of grain. I mean, it's just, it's farmland as far as the eyes can see. And some of these were taken from the car, so it's kind of blurry. Yeah, big old tractor just sitting out in the field. This is an old farmhouse. You see these all over the place. They don't tear them down necessarily. I don't know if there's sentimental value or whatever. Then the sun came out, and I got a better picture of it, the old farmhouse. And the barn is pretty well down. Again, farmland all over the place. This is an old schoolhouse in Govan. It's on the register for haunted stuff. And these were some hay bales next to it in the field. Silos. Now you see these grain storage everywhere. They're just everywhere. This is an old piece of equipment sitting next to that silo there. You can see it there to the left. I took this picture because of the grain train. I thought that was pretty cool. That one boxcar says grain train. And it's an old case I found sitting on a farm. Well, there you go. That's where I was. And again, if you want to look at a map of Washington State, if you can, between Wenatchee and Spokane, it's just wheat country. That's just farm country, and there's quite a bit of it. And you get out there, drive from town to town, little farm town to little farm town, you're going to see nothing but wheat fields. As a matter of fact, when I was a commercial loan officer for Rainier Bank, I specialized in agriculture loans because I didn't want to be sent to the cities like Seattle. They sent me to the agriculture towns, which were little towns. Pomeroy was one of them. Pomeroy is not too far from where I was, really, a couple-hour drive. Pomeroy, Dayton, there's a bunch of little towns like that. It was closer down to the southeast part of the state, Pomeroy is. And wheat country, as far as you can see, there's only one town in the county, and that's Pomeroy. And it's less than 1,000 people, or it was then. I don't know what it is now. But that was the county seat, the only town in the county. A cute little town. It was a little town, like I said, of 1,000 people or less. It had the county courthouse. It had a couple of banks. It had a couple of big farm equipment dealers and shops. It had a swimming pool. It had a golf course, albeit a 9-hole golf course. If you wanted to play 18 holes, you had to just play it twice. And then it had a movie theater. It had a bowling alley. It had a hospital and a clinic. For a town of less than 1,000 people, it was self-sufficient. But there's a lot of little towns like that. Elmira only has, where I was, and you saw the pictures. I didn't show you pictures of Elmira proper, the little town. There's only 200 people there. And at one point, it was mostly my family. So I have a sister and her husband that still live there. I have a couple of cousins that live in the area still. My brother lives down there and his family still. But yeah, interesting. I showed you a picture of that schoolhouse. There, if you've watched some of my old videos, you've heard a story about me seeing a ghost. And, am I a believer in that kind of thing? Well, not necessarily. I have an open mind. But I actually saw a ghost. And so, you can say what you want. Was it in my mind? Was I just dreaming? No, I wasn't. And yes, I was in my right mind. I saw what I saw. Am I still a believer in ghosts? Well, I still don't know. I would guess I guess I am, but most of these things that you hear about, I don't necessarily believe in. Those reality shows where they got the ghost hunters, they never find anything. They never find anything. They say, "Oh, did you hear that? It sounded like the devil." Well, it sounded like nothing to me but a grunt. Oh, did you see that? Well, yeah, the cameraman flashed a flashlight's what I'm thinking, because basically there's nothing there. They'll take a dust spot, that happens to light up in the camera, and claim it's a ghost or something, but they never really find anything. They never really hear anything. That doesn't mean it's not there. I'm not saying that, but I just don't know. But anyway, that's the little town that I saw my ghost in, and we drove by the house, but the house is gone. It burned down. But they claim that old schoolhouse is kind of haunted in that little town of Govan. Now, Govan, I don't know if you can really call it a town. There's a grain silo there and about 3 or 4 farmhouses around, and that's it. All right, we'll fill up. Let's go empty. Yeah, I gotta start selling some of this stuff. I need the money. I'm a pole farmer. These maps are kind of strange, really, in a way, if you think about it. Look at this farm. This farm has a lot of value to it. I mean, the buildings are nice. Look at the size of it. Anybody that would own a farm like this would have money, But yet, when you start the map, you end up with $6,000 and debt. We have debt. I'm pretty sure we always do. Let's see. We've always got some kind of debt. Shoot, hit the wrong key again. You put these buttons too damn close together. All right, let's see. I'm pretty sure I probably have debt. Loan details. Let's see here. Yep, I can get it looks like I've got a $1,000 loan, so of course you always owe the bank. And then you got to work your way up, which is fine. So each and every map we have to kind of say, okay, well, we came into some bad management, the guy lost his shirt, and we're taking over his farm with nothing. So we ain't getting nothing for Christmas, because we ain't been nothing but bad. I'm having a hard time keeping up with these combines. Give me some corn. Now, normally I'd probably be making this for chaff, but I don't have any equipment. I don't know if I have a lot of mods. I didn't really chuck this mod folder full on this farm. I kind of figured I'd kind of go as I put mods in as I need them. I don't want to load it up with a bunch of mods, so I'm starting off pretty slim here. Yeah, I don't have the damage mod. I might put it on here. I don't have it in here yet. Like I said, I pretty much just put the mods that came with the map and a few extras that I, almost can't live without, like auto combine and course play and manual ignition. I do have that kind of stuff in. I've got the manual edition. I can't talk. I'm tired. I have the manual ignition mod in. I also have a mod that causes me, if I have a piece of equipment with a PTO set up, I've got to physically get out of the tractor and hook up the piece of equipment. I've got that on there. I don't have any wheel withering on this. I may add it. I don't know. I took the drive mod out. Really effed up my wheel and the way it operates. So I took it out, and I can pretty much get a lot of the items that was in that drive mod I can pretty much get it in individual mods. You know, like the manual ignition, the wheel withering, a lot of those things I can get in individual mods. But there was just something about that drivetrain mod, that, or whatever it's called, that just effed up my wheel. It's still messed up. I don't know if you noticed in the start of this video where my equipment was kind of moving and I wasn't in it. It's doing stuff like that now. My wheel, if I let go of my wheel and let me see if it's happening. See, I'm moving to the left. It did that. Before, I could center my wheel and it would stop. Now, if I kind of touch my wheel, it goes. It doesn't stop. It's just driving me nuts because it didn't do that before. A couple other things that it's done that I don't like, and so I quit using it. And I've added some of them back in that are just individual mods that I can use if I want to. You know, the wither wheels, manual ignition, things like that. Now the wither wheels, they're a lot easier if you got wither wheels on. It's a lot easier to use if you don't use Courseplay. Unfortunately, with Courseplay, you use Courseplay and it'll run from point A to point B, and it doesn't care whether your field is in the way or not. So I'm gonna have to think about that. Now Thornton, that map has it in the map because I didn't have wither wheels. But when I play Thornton, it's there. So I'm assuming it's part of the map itself somehow. And if there's a way to turn it off, I don't care. I left it on there because it's kind of cool. Because I plan on playing Thornton manually, pretty much. I'll have some Courseplay routes, like for selling crops and things like that. But I pretty much plan on playing it manually, just for fun. Yeah, he had the problem of playing these maps kind of manually. Did I miss that somehow? What happened? Well, there it is. I didn't see that happen. The problem with playing these things kind of manually is if I'm using Courseplay, there's a lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff happening. I've got 3-4 combines going. I've got 3 or 4 trucks and overloaders going. I'm selling animals. I'm fertilizing. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And there's always something going on. When I'm doing a map manually, I'm driving the truck. I'm driving the combine. And there's not a whole lot going on other than that. And so you have to keep finding things to talk about. And that makes it a little bit harder. I know that I've talked to some people that have asked me about making YouTube videos and, you know, how I started and stuff. And I'm still small change. I'm no big deal in YouTube. I'm just having fun. And I've got a few people that want to watch me, and that's good. I appreciate all of that, everything. I mean, basically, I'm small enough that you guys are all my YouTube family. And so it's kind of strange. They've asked me how I got started and how it is, and I've had a couple people have tried to do that. First thing I tell them to do is you need to go out and practice talking, because, and I'm not talking about, you know, being perfect grammar and DJ radio voice, because I have neither. You know, I'm educated. I can speak educated, but I'm just a farm boy, and I talk the way I want to talk. If I'm in a room of educated people, I can converse with them just fine. And if I'm working with some blue-collar folks, I can talk to them too. So it's not that. It's not that. What it is just when you're playing your game at home, try to talk continually, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's not easy. I kind of equate it when I work for the radio station. If you're listening to the radio, there's no picture for you to see. All there is either music or somebody talking. And if the music goes off and the guy stops talking, there's what they call dead air. There's no noise. You can't have that in radio. You can't have it. There always has to be something going because that's what it is. It's radio. Well, now look at these games. If I quit talking, all you're going to see here is the sound of the tractor. And it doesn't take long of quiet when you stop talking. You know, what is there to see? I don't like watching YouTube videos where there's no talking, there's no commentary. I just don't enjoy it. Because then I might as well just be playing the game myself. So I watch YouTube videos for the entertainment, watching how somebody else does it and listening to their comments on what they're doing. But if you're going to do it, you need to really get used to just talking. And it's really hard for me because in real life, I'm very quiet. I can talk when I need to, and if I'm in a social event, I can be social, but it's not second nature to me. It's difficult. I'm a very quiet person. Usually if I go into a social event, you'll see me standing up against the wall just watching what everybody else is doing. If somebody comes and starts talking to me, I will converse, and I can be social, but it's not natural for me. So I had to practice at this. When I first decided to start doing videos, before I even made my first video, I sat in a hot tub one night and I just started talking about anything that popped in my mind, just to see how long I could keep it up. The next morning, my wife comes out. She wasn't out there with me. Next morning, my wife comes out. "Who were you talking to last night?" I said, What do you mean? I wasn't talking to anybody." "Well, I heard you out in the hot tub. Did you have a phone with you?" I said, "Are you crazy? I'm taking a phone in the hot tub." But anyway, yeah, she thought I was nuts. But it's not easy. It's not easy just rambling on. The hardest part is saying something interesting that somebody wants to hear. In my case, I'm making videos for my own enjoyment, and if I'm having fun playing a game, I want to share that with others. I'm the same way with books I've read. If I've read a very good book, the first thing I do is start calling everybody I know and say, "Hey, if you're interested, this book is really good. I think you'll like it, and I really had a good time reading it, and I want you to share in that. I think you'd really enjoy it too, and I want to share that enjoyment with you." I'm the same way with the books, and that's how I am with these videos. I'm going to play them regardless of anybody watching them, and if I have people that want to watch them, hey, that's just a lot better. But anyway, getting back to the whole point of it, it takes practice to be able to just be a motor mouth, if you will, because it doesn't come natural for me. I can't even stop to take time to sell any of this stuff. These guys, they're really keeping me busy. Oh, I missed him. He's turning, isn't he? I better get out of his way. While I'm waiting for him to get going again, let me see what kind of equipment we've got. Let's go to the garage. All right, we've got one truck. We've got 2 combines. We've got the equipment for the combines. We've got that trailer I'm using. We've got a pick-em-up truck. Hey, we've got cows already. How many? 25. I did not know that. So the farm actually comes with some cows already purchased. And sheep also, 15 sheep, not a lot. 10 chickens. I got 10 chickens. I've got a pressure washer. We've got 10 beef and 10 horses. Oh, and 10 pigs and 10 chickens. So we've already got some things going here. I need to get some feed going. So that's all we've got. We've got no other equipment. We've got no seeders. We've got no cultivators. We've got no tractors. We've got nothing. So I'm going to have to sell some of that stuff we've got. All right, he's patiently waiting for me, so I guess I better get his corn. By the way, let's take a look. What does this thing hold? Okay, it's already got 32,000. I'm going to wait till it's full. This must be about, well, it's hard to tell. Hard to tell how big this trailer is. All right, let's look. Let's see what we got here. That trailer holds 59,000. So it's not a wimpy trailer, but these guys are sure keeping me busy. Oh, that tickles. I'll tell you what, you know what the best thing about being home is after traveling is being in your own bed. Oh my God. I had to kind of jump from, depending. I stayed at my sister's house, and but I did stay a couple nights at other places, and I couldn't wait to get home, get in my own bed, get a good night's sleep. You don't care how much fun you have traveling. There's nothing like coming home. There's just nothing like it. So I'm kind of happy to be home. It's quiet though. Uh-oh. Maybe better catch up with that guy down there. Well, I think we're about halfway done with this field. I always debate on these things. I always debate on, if you want to watch me do the harvest and every little bit of it, or, at this point, I started out with $6,000. I'm down to $4,000 because I'm using fuel, and I've got wear and tear on the rigs, and I don't know if I have to pay my hired helpers or not, but I'm losing money because I'm working using fuel and stuff. And so I could go offline and do 3 or 4 more fields and sell all the stuff, and you could come back in the next episode and I could have 2 or 3 tractors, a couple more trucks, bigger equipment and have no idea how I got it. And I have mixed feelings about farming that way. So I have always pretty much filmed everything I do and leave it up to you how much you want to watch, which is bad for YouTube. Bad for YouTube. It used to be, YouTube used to be a little bit different, but now YouTube is how much of my videos are being watched and how long. And so if I get somebody that just logs on, watches 5 minutes and logs off, YouTube doesn't get anything. It doesn't give me anything for that. Not that I'm in it for that, but you know what I mean. I'm just saying how it works. And so, most YouTubers, if nobody's watching their videos, they stop that and go to something else. And, if somebody doesn't watch the full video, they don't like that. And I think that's why a lot of them have very short videos, because mine are long, as you can see. And the reason for that, I've said many, many times, is if I had a short 20-minute video, well, hell, it takes me 15, 20 minutes just to get my equipment out in the field. If I'm doing a harvest, you basically wouldn't see me do any farming at all. It'd be just me driving my equipment in and out. But there's a lot of YouTubers, I think that's why they have very short videos, because they want you to watch all of them so that YouTube's happy and gives them lots of money. And, well, don't get me wrong, it's not a lot of money. Unless you've got like 1 million viewers. Those guys are making money. But little peons like me, I don't make anything doing this. I'm doing it for fun. So if I make a long video and you don't want to watch all of it, that's up to you. But that's how I normally play. I'll probably keep playing it that way. Alright, what are you doing? Are you waiting for me? I think I'm... Nope, I didn't. I thought I missed him. I'm thinking with Oklahoma, I don't know. Like I said, this is one I want to just play for fun. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just play this one on the weekends. Because if you watch my pattern is to have... at least one farming video up every day of the week, except for the weekdays, work weekdays I'm talking about. And on weekends, I don't usually have too much. Maybe an odd or end movie that I've got out there that I want to put up, just to have something up on the weekend. I might just start playing this one on the weekend. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I've got enough maps I'm playing now. If I can get enough videos put ahead, maybe I can throw this one on for the weekends. That's what I tried to do with the Great Smoky Mountain map, was to just play it on weekends. And I don't know, I started playing too many games and I couldn't keep up with all the little maps I was playing. Alright, he's almost full. We're going to head back to the barn. I'm going to probably call it an episode here. I want to apologize. I guess it's not in advance because I'm ending the video. I want to apologize if I'm kind of rambly. As I said at the start of the video, I'm kind of tired. I'm glad to be home. I wanted to get in and play a little bit because I haven't had the chance to play a game in a week, and I'm anxious. I was anxious to get back to the farm. But I apologize if I'm a little bit rambling, and well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like and share it with a friend, and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you on the next farm in the next video. Happy farming.